Good evening. At this time, would everyone please rise for the singing of our national anthem by senior Aaliyah Robinson.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming in the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free in the home of the brave.
Good evening and welcome to the 100th commencement exercises, Bloomfield High School class of 2020. My name is Dan Maletti, and I am the proud principal of Bloomfield High School, and I'm honored to be your master of ceremony here this evening. It's my pleasure to welcome students, parents, guardians, and the community to this honoring the class of 2020 of Bloomfield High School. Although schools look very different over the past 10 weeks, and under normal circumstances, we'd be celebrating this together, we wanted to make sure your last day as a Warhawk was memorable. I'm truly honored to be your principal because you as a group have by far exceeded all of our expectations. It is our goal that although we cannot conduct this graduation live, this will be something you will have forever. We have an amazing program, so let's get this graduation started. I would now like to introduce Bloomfield Public School Superintendent, Dr. James Thompson, Jr.
Good evening. 100 years of excellence in education. Bloomfield High School proudly celebrates its centennial class. Join me in congratulating the class of 2020. As we celebrate your graduation, we want to say thank you to the key people who have supported you over the years. Congratulations, parents, family and friends, teachers and support staff, administrators, coaches and mentors. You have been preparing these young adults for the future. You've taught them valuable life lessons of preparation and perseverance. Graduation looks a little different this year. Family and friends will celebrate you from a safe distance. You will toss your graduation caps collectively but remotely. Regardless, graduation will always be a time to celebrate your accomplishments. It sparks hope and invites you to dream big. Exciting things are to come in your future. This was an unusual academic year, one that tested your patience, your resilience, and your character. In this year of uncertainty and anxiety, our students have learned about defining moments and how these moments can impact their lives. The global pandemic known as COVID-19 will be a turning point for all of us. Class of 2020, remember this: how you allow challenging times to influence your life will be up to you. There will be short-term changes in how we conduct our everyday life. What should not change are your expectations for a prosperous and purpose-driven life. Do not let the anxiety and uncertainty of our current circumstances hinder you from achieving your goals. Bloomfield graduates have had a tradition of competing and excelling in the 3 A's: academics, athletics, and the arts. You've adapted quite well to a new method of teaching called distant learning. The skills you have acquired through participating in online learning will be immensely valuable as you move on to college, careers, and beyond. In the next chapter of your life, the memory of this extraordinary year will sustain you. As you head off to promising futures, I salute you. The choices may include Ivy League colleges, private and state universities, historically black colleges and universities, and community colleges. Others will consider military service or transition into the workforce. Whatever path you pursue, class of 2020 will always be known as one that made history. I leave you with a quote from Maya Angelou. I encourage you to live with life. Be courageous, adventurous. Give us a tomorrow more than we deserve. Your best days are ahead. Congratulations.
At this time, I would like to introduce the Chairman of the Board of Education, Mr. Donald F. Harris, Jr.
Today represents the 100th graduating class from Bloomfield High School. As an eternal Warhawk, it's always a pleasure for me to be in attendance at a Bloomfield High School graduation. I am a member of the BHS class of 1962, and yes, that means I graduated 58 years ago today. I extend my congratulations to each and every one of our graduates. 2020 will always be remembered as the class that were faced with the pandemic known as COVID-19. I pray that as a witness of this horrific experience, you will become a stronger person. Please be safe. And whatever you do upon graduation, whether you go on to college, to the armed services, to the job market, continue to make education an ongoing part of your life. You know, we all have heroes that we look up to. In the 1960s, 2 men, Martin Luther King Jr. and Malcolm X, were 2 of my heroes that meant a lot to me. They appeared to be at odds, but today it is thought that they had a lot in common. A lot of the same ideals, but different on how to get there. Martin Luther King believed, and I quote, "The function of education is to teach one to think intensively and critically. Intelligence plus character, that is the goal of true education." And whereas Malcolm X said, education is the passport to the future for tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it today. Bloomfield High School class of 2020, go forward, become accomplished members of our society. We are so very proud of all of you. Thank you.
Now, to give the class representative's address, I'd like to call Brianna Lawrence.
Hello, family, friends, parents, and guardians of the class of 2020. Graduates, I know this isn't how we expected to spend the last few months of senior year. But in these uncertain times, this is the best way to keep everyone safe. My name is Brianna Lawrence, and I am the class president of 2020. I know many of you have made miracles to get to this day. You've worked hard, studying late into the night, and you strive for this moment. However you got here, we made it. You have come to this moment of incredible achievements, and you're here today to get your high school diploma. You might not think much of it, but this is the next stepping stone to a great life. Today marks the end of one era and the beginning of something new. Whatever you choose to do next is up to you. The story you're about to live is the story that you're going to tell your children and your grandchildren. I know at my age I can't offer much good advice, but I'm here to say just a few things. You won't get everything you want, a phrase I've heard many times on numerous occasions. Life is like a college lecture, which many of you are going to receive. Some of it is going to be great, and some you're going to think is completely pointless. But you have no choice but to sit through and listen to it all. The moment that really matters is when life tells you no, the days that challenge you to the very core. So I'm telling you now, don't lose hope, no matter how dark it gets. Just be honest with yourself and live your dreams and not the dreams of others. Go out and do what your teachers and worst enemies thought couldn't be done. To the class of 2020, we made it. We've done the unthinkable, and we're not stopping here.
For our first musical selection, I'm proud to call on Mr. Septon Reed, Senior, class of 2020. Now, it is my pleasure to introduce the class of 2020 salutatorian, Ms. Aliana Washington.
Class of 2020, we did it. We finally did it. We made it to the day we have all been waiting for, graduation. I would like to start by congratulating all of you. At last, we are officially done with high school, and let me tell you, I couldn't be happier. And I'm sure most, if not all of you, will agree with me as well. We all know that today is not what we envisioned for ourselves when we began this journey 4 years ago. But despite it, we can stand tall with our heads held high and be proud of what we have accomplished to get this far. We worked hard for it. We earned it. Despite these uncertain times, we have prevailed, and we can now commence our next chapter in our lives. All the stress we endured these past 4 years will probably last us for a lifetime. However, it was all worth it in the end because all our pain, sweat, and tears have paid off. Well, at least I know my 1 a.m. mental breakdowns did. High school has been an interesting journey, to say the least, one filled with twists and turns. It seemed almost impossible that we would get here, but look at us now, sitting patiently from the safety of our homes, surrounded by our loved ones as we wait for all our names to be called, and we arrive at the defining moment that we hear that we all have officially graduated. All in all, I have many memories and have made very close friends, all of which I will carry on with me as I continue my journey. I would like to thank everyone who has made this experience memorable because without you, I wouldn't be here giving this speech. From my parents who pushed me to strive for the best, my teachers who encouraged me to be the best possible student I could be, my coaches Mo, Ann, and Britt who believed in me and helped me unlock my confidence that now allows me to keep my head held up high no matter the circumstances, my principal for being absolutely amazing, and my friends who love me for me and who have supported me from day one. High school was definitely an experience, and I certainly wouldn't go back and change anything. I can honestly say without a doubt in my mind that I prepared for whatever life throws at me as a result of the things I have learned and obtained these past 4 years. And I can assume that all of you are as well. Just this past year alone, I have learned so much. With everything that's going on, it is evident that no matter the hardships and obstacles we will face in this world, we will continue to be resilient and persevere. It is our sheer will to succeed that will allow us to excel and do extraordinary things in life. I honestly can't wait to see what the future has in store for us and what we'll all amount to. We can definitely compare notes at our 10th year class reunion. Now, I will leave you with these final words. I would like you all to remember them and keep them in the back of your minds and in your hearts as you proceed through your life's journey. You're always one decision away from a brand new life. Thank you and congratulations.
For our next musical piece, I'd like to introduce senior of the class of Bloomfield High School 2020, Ms. Ashley Clark.
There will be mountains that I will have to climb, and there will be battles that I will have to fight, but victory or defeat is up to me to decide. So how am I expected me.
It is my pleasure to introduce to you today our valedictorian, Ms. Alicia Colon, to give the valedictorian's address.
Welcome, families, friends, distinguished members of the Board of Education, Town Council, teachers, staff, and our honored guests, the class of 2020. Little drops of water make a mighty ocean, by Julia Carmen. Class of 2020, it's our time. Despite the ebbs of our tide, remember, there are always flows that bring us back to the shore. I am thanking God for all He has done for me and my family. If it were not for Him, none of us would be where we are today. Without my family's support, I don't know who I'd be or what path I'd be on. From my childhood schoolmates to my lifelong friends, I'd like to thank you for all the lessons taught along the way, the good and the bad. You give me a happiness that I will always cherish in my heart. On behalf of the class of 2020, I'd like to thank all the BHS teachers and staff. Thank you for creating the foundation for our future successes. Without you, we would not be prepared for our college and our plans to endure. I'd also like to thank Mr. Melody and Coach Ian. Without you, none of this would be possible. Also, to the Board of Education, thank you. You have provided us all the resources and tools we needed to be successful in our K-12 education. And lastly, to the ones who held it all together, our coaches and those who provided a place to decompress. You all have created an outlet for us to escape from the academic river. And now, a letter to the BHS class of 2020. For whatever we lose, like a you or a me, it is always ourselves we find in the sea, by E.E. Cummings. Take a moment to sit and think. Over the past 4 years, we have had endless encounters with one another. We have all crossed each other's paths over our time spent. Whether we flowed in the same direction or formed hurricanes, I've learned from each and every one of you on a daily basis. There are lessons found in every action. Think of high school as our loss. It is a part of our lives that we will never get to experience again. But look at all the findings we have uncovered. From the laughs shared to the tears shed, we have experienced joy, fear, sadness, disgust, and anger. The most important life lessons learned branched from our experiences over our high school careers. Although we may be leaving the pond we are part of, we are branching off into the ocean. We are taking our first steps into the world with all new perspectives and views. But always remember, we have built a concrete foundation for one another in a so-called fluid world. All of us are going off to do the inevitable, the impossible. After all, we are at our high school graduation. First steps, college, the armed forces, jobs, to the beauteous solutions of wars, poverty, medicine, and justice, and so much more. Class of 2020, we are here to cleanse our world of any impurities. It takes years of building relationships, collaborating, innovating, overcoming adversity, and maintaining felt faith along with hard work, sweat, and tears for one to be at peace with their reality and their well-being. In times like these, our uncertainties are larger than we could ever imagine. COVID-19 has shifted the course of all our paths as we have planned previously. While this pandemic has stripped us of our rites of passage, it is not the end-all, be-all, nor what defines us. While we have a different ending than generations previous, the entire world is uncertain. There is comfort in knowing that we are not alone. We are not solely defeating an issue for years to come. Don't be afraid to reach into the unknown. We all will support one another, no matter what happens. Be innovative, be creative. Find solutions to problems in your own communities. Foster these ideas and take them into our world with the same force that has driven you to where you are today. While we cannot do as we please right now, take this time to reflect. Think about your future. Be elated. Get excited. endless opportunity and possibility is laying on our horizon. Depending on what path you may take, you may build a stream or perhaps a lake. But each droplet comes from a place, one which you should never forget. And remember, we all join together to form a vast ocean. Thank you.
But first, I'd like to give my warmest congratulations to the class of 2020. You are indeed a special group. 4 years ago, most of you started here at Bloomfield High School, and these last 4 years have left a lasting impression. In a way, I feel like I'm taking this next step with you. It's been a pleasure being your principal. I also especially like to thank all the parents, guardians, and caregivers for their continued support. None of this would be possible without you. You've all been amazing. This is your day as well. Take this all in and enjoy it. Your hard work is paid off. Especially thank you to all the teachers and staff of Bloomfield High School. Your true commitment to these students will never be forgotten. Graduates, the day has arrived. Today marks the end of an era. You have experienced exceptional times, magical moments, and created memories that you will finally be remembered in the years to come. You leave Bloomfield High School a unique and special group. It has been amazing watching you all grow up. You have no ceiling. Write your next chapter. What will it read? How do you react when faced with adversity? What will you do? That is up to you. Just the fact that you are here today speaks volumes of your dedication and grit. You leave here tonight, graduates, the 100th graduating class, the class of 2020. Although the door to your high school career is closed, you will always be part of our family. Life moves on, and I take comfort in knowing you're prepared to take on any and all challenges you may face. I recently heard a quote that spoke about influence. And given your experience at Bloomfield High School, your thoughts, your words, and your actions all have power. It may not always be obvious, but it will always be there. Be the positive influence in the world. Be great. Be proud. Be yourselves. Congratulations and good luck. Now, for the presentation of the class of 2020, I would like to introduce Dr. Burrow Irene Bailey, Bloomfield High School Director of Literacy.
Kumair Ahmed, Antonio Alexander, Jaden Wayne Ali, Jessica Brenyan Ampofo, Neka Kayla Asimonye, Kyle Marston Barra, Romaine Johan Bartlett, Hope Elizabeth Belvin, Samuel Joshua Ben, Jason David Bent, Aaliyah Bethany Booth, Hallie Marie Taylor Brown, Jalen Nassim Brown, Xavier Anthony Brown, Jamal Elon Rice, Michael Logan Campbell, Naya Deja Campbell, Mia Antonia Cassiano, Tiara Darlene Cheney. Armani O'Connor Channon. Sean Andrew Chung. Brandon Isaac Chung Jarrett. Ashley Venicia Anna K. Clark. Jason Rashid Cohen. Michael Shamel Collins. Alicia Monet Colon. Leandrine Ilana Conry. Luca Anthony Crosdale Headlam. Kyle Nelson Davis. Adriana Teja de Cordova. Sean Michael Dixon Bodie. Gabriella Avian Douglas. Stephen Lavelle Duncan. Chad Willie Eastling. Nicholas Chad Edwards. Daniel Mark Facey. Bryce Felissa. Taj Richard Ferguson. Emmanuel Anthony Flores. Michaela Ashley Gallagher. Jordan Xavier Gallup. Quinty Lestine Garrett. Aaliyah Janae Gentry. Raheem Giovanni Gibbs. Moeth Jesus Gonzalez. Christina Chanel Grant. Sean DeGaulle Green. Justin Jabari Guthrie. Alana Morgan Hampton. Elijah Malachi Hargrove. Shania Lynette Harris. Odessa Star Patton Faulkner. Malik Orlando Horton. Kamali Mark Hay. Michaela Marie Hayes. Jaden Robert Hendricks. Jalen Miles Henry. Shakur Marion Hill. Chastity Jewel Hilliard. Kenroy Ashley Hines. Jada Danae Jefferson. Ahmad Malik Jeffries. Jasmine Teresa Johnson. Cameron Yvette Johnson.
Shanika Gay Karen Johnson. Deshaun Anthony Jones. Ashanti Aaliyah Joseph. Carl Anthony King Jr. Rihanna Star Angel Lawrence. Dane Von Lee. Trajan Earl Lee. Lauren Elizabeth Leslie. Amani Nicole Levitan. Christopher Joshua Llewellyn. Shakora Tashia Love Mackey. Catherine Ann Morrow. Brianna Camille Martin. Sherianne Abigail Martin. Mariah Jada May. Brandon Raymond McLaughlin. Luke Demetrius McLean. Brianna Amali Miller. Terry Miller. Ayana Mitchell. Makai Mitchell. Dante Canute Montague. Genesis Nayeli Morales. Zoe Rain Morris. Kamila Caroline Motley. Abigail Emmeline Mullins. Joanne Lasan Murray. Amir DeAndre Newsom. Prince Chikuma Naife. Chastity Pagana. Darius Malachi Paul. Kayla Jasmine Peer. Jasmine Annette Pennington. Isaac Gerardo Perez. Anaya Chanel Najee Perry. Layla Elaine Powell. Nathan Joel Quinones. Isaiah Alip Quintero. Michael Allen Rayford. Sefton Mark Reed. Diana Monet Riley. Zaria Kelsey Roberts. Aaliyah Janae Robinson. Anya Virginia Robinson. Casey Brianna Joyce Robinson. Alma Robledo. Alexia Damia Rose. Ethan Julius Samuels. Deliari Santos Fuentes. Delia Ann Schlecker. Nathaniel William Shen. Amanda Mignonette Simon. Anthony Timothy Simpson. Amir Ayana Smith. Ray Jalen Smith. Raphael R. Spears. Ariana J. Elizabeth Spence. Lazier Jeff Tyrone Sproul. Kayla Darlene Steele. Keenan Ricky Steele. Evan Tariq Terry. Araya Jayana Patricia Thomas. Anthony Jr. Thompson. Crystal Camille Thompson. Jayla Hannah Marie Turner. Nadej Monet Benson. Shamar Deshaun Walker. Blake Elizabeth Wallace. Jamar Aaron Wallace. Aliana Imani Washington. Daniel Sherlock White. Jalea Alicia White. Alicia Ann White. Natalie Estrella Williams. Letitia Shanika Williams. Sandrine Ashanti Williams. Shamar Javane Williams. Jalen Tyler Wilson. Jada Sunshine Woodard. Demoy Asari Kai Wright.
By the authority vested upon me by the Superintendent of Schools, these students here this evening have successfully completed the graduation requirements prescribed by the Bloomfield Board of Education. I hereby confirm and present to you the 100th graduating class, the Bloomfield High School class of 2020. Congratulations.